That's it. Good. Now we're recording. A huge welcome to the Cash Accelerator. It's time to create an extra 1K in 7 days in your business. I'm your host, Sabina Matharu. Thank you very much for joining in. Please let me know what you do in your business and where you are based in the world. I can see Jelena. Helena is here as well. Martha. Hi, Lisa. Emma is here. Thank you so much, ladies, for hopping on today. So we'll be around half an hour, 40 minutes. And I have a special bonus today as you are joining live. I will let you know as well how you're going to get this special bonus. But let's just quickly go through. If you are in the right place today, then obviously you are thinking about either starting a business or you want to quit that 9-to-5 job. You have already started your business, but really you aren't really making the money that you desire and that you deserve. Perhaps you want to transition from offline services and sort of doing one-to-one, and maybe you want to move to online services or kind of create some online structure and maybe serve one-to-many with digital programs. So absolutely, you're in the right place for that. And if you are stuck as to what are your next steps, what comes in which order, and how you can get all this stuff done, including the whole technology implementation without all the hassle and distress and getting lost and overwhelmed, then you are absolutely in the right place because I was there and I completely know and can relate to, you know, what must be going on when you're kind of thinking, oh my gosh, there's so much I need to do, but I really don't know in what step, in what order. So literally I've created this little training for you so that you don't need any of that. Honestly, you can just go and create 1,000 extra in your business without any of this stuff. Okay. But long term, you might want to think about it. So I really got you covered today. And if you are, later on, if you are ready to take this to the next level, then obviously I will show you an opportunity how you can work with me and really fast track your results and get all this stuff done. Okay, so if you do have questions, please let me know in the chat box, of course. So create an extra 1K in 7 days. So we're going to go on like 3 quests. I thought this may be really good to give you a bit of a structure. So it's almost like a bit of a preparation. You need a couple of steps before you can go and really focus your 7 days on building massive traction. So we're going to talk about how to create massive impact by building an offer that truly resonates with your customer. I think that is completely foundational in order to make money in your business, in order to attract the right people. Then I'm going to talk about the 3 ways to boost momentum instantly so that you can attract your ideal clients with ease. Again, we need to know how we can attract the right people, perhaps with our messaging. Okay. And then number 3 is your 7-day cash acceleration plan, so that you can create that extra 1K fast. So literally I have a plan for you day by day, how you can, get that 1K. Okay, and we're going to talk a little bit more about the pricing and things like this. What do you mean by 1K in 7 days? How can this be done, and what do you need to have in place, and all that. We'll cover that. Plus, if you're here today live, you will get my cash acceleration blueprint and cash activation. So I'll tell you towards the end how you can actually get that. Okay, so let's get started. Hi Shemaine, nice to see you as well. So who am I? Okay, who am I? Sometimes I make bold claims around creating 5 to 10K months. This is what I teach. Obviously, you need to know that I have done this. I've been there before, and I would never teach anything which I haven't done. And also, I have created 1K. I create more than 1K in 7 days already. So, I'm not teaching anything that I haven't done. Okay, so let's just be clear around that. So who am I? Just very, very briefly, I grew from 0 to consistent 10 to 15K months. I've been running 3 businesses over the past 2 years. 1 business morphed into another, and now I have actually 2 business arms as well. So it's been just basically it's been developing over the years. And the reason why I actually started my business is because I was working long hours in a very high level job as a leadership coach and consultant, and I was traveling a lot. And I just really, when I had my children, I wanted to do something that really fulfills me. I wanted to work with people, you know, that I knew I can really help and make a big impact, really, rather than being in a 9-to-5 job. But the thing that happened, although I was a management consultant and a project manager and everything, you know, I thought, yeah, I can just transfer some of those skills. But it wasn't quite like that. I mean, honestly, I was running around in circles for quite a long time. And the worst for me was, like, I was totally tech phobic. I would see all these amazing pages and people doing videos, and I'm like, I can never do this. I will never be able to do this. But I overcame that. Obviously, I overcame that, and this is why I teach now. It's about how can you get there much quicker, much easier, without having to do stuff which, you know, which don't really bring results. So I kind of filtered that for me in terms of, okay, I should have never, you know, invested in that sort of software. That's not really necessary to get started. And I have actually been there, done it all. Okay. You got here finally. Yes, fantastic, Karen. So, and I'm telling you, I've jumped onto hundreds of trainings. I think it's been all these webinars, and some were like free DIY versions. I learned everything about online marketing to branding, sales funnels, Facebook ads, copywriting, and the list goes on. And you know what? It didn't help. Like, I was even more overwhelmed. And you can imagine, if you've tried to learn everything and you think, you know, you don't, all of a sudden you don't know anymore, what am I doing first? What am I doing wrong? Do I need to change this, that, and the other? And it's just really, really frustrating. So it was then early 2018, really, when I found the right type of mentor. Before I was going into sort of larger group programs, and the thing is, I didn't really implement much because obviously I didn't have much accountability. I was watching a lot of videos, and you know, typically if you just watch a video, that doesn't mean that you know how to actually implement and apply this to your own business. That's one of the things I really, really learned. So when you work with a mentor, you can have that conversation. You can say, look, I'm not quite sure how to use that in my business. It doesn't feel right to do business in that way, for example. So kind of blueprints and stuff like that, I don't think you can really take someone's emails or like a business structure and implement it exactly that way in your business. Of course, there are frameworks that you may want to be using, but it's still your own energy and your own personality that will shine through. And I totally believe that. So the mentor I was working with, we kind of bumped into each other at an event. I mean, it was literally 100 women in this. It was an amazing high-class hotel. It was all lots of lots of amazing women there, and it was very, very high class. And I just walked up to her. I don't know why, but I started to talk to her. She was the first person I talked to, and I didn't know what she was doing. And just by chance, we then started to work together. And I have to say, it's been a really great experience because it's kind of really unlocked my voice. And I truly found myself. So I was able to create some true magic. What is true magic for me? It was literally going from 0 customers to over 100 in 90 days. It was crazy. So I just want to tell you a little bit how I did that, so you get a bit of a background and maybe some things that you could be doing as well, right? So one of the things is I created the Greatness TV show, which I ran, already been running 40 shows. I had over 160 women entrepreneurs as guest speakers, as you can see here on the picture. You know, it's been just crazy amazing. And we've had over 10,000 engagements, 50,000 views, and hundreds of shares. So my visibility has really risen, like literally overnight. Then after that, women came and I said, well, we just really love your energy and the way you run your TV. Is there a place you can create for us so that we can actually grow together? So this is where the Greatness Club had been born in 2018, and 60 women joined on literally in the first week. So it was so super successful, and it's still running, and that's the beautiful thing. We're just growing, and all my clients actually get lifetime access to the Greatness Club as well. So we can, so they always will continue to get support. I've also been featured on numerous media outlets, like in the news, about the different things I've been doing. So that's been great for me too. I've also launched my own Greatness Club magazine, where I also help entrepreneurs become visible. And lastly, I started to create my own online networking events. So that's sort of part of the club, of part of being in my network. We do monthly or bi-monthly networking events. So basically we hop on a Zoom and we get to know each other. So and that's like global. We've had probably 300 women already networking in the last sort of 12 months. So it's been fabulous. Then I had an idea to write some collaboration books with 100 inspiring women sharing real stories. And that first one, Rise in Pursuit of Empowerment, within 6 months that book was created. The women had come together and we became an international bestseller. And through that, I've received numerous speaking opportunities and 5-figure contracts. So that's been another amazing success. And there's now a sequel right now, writing Joy, Recipes for Abundance. So more women will get the visibility, and I can share, we can share our stories and touch even more women and help them empower themselves. So let's go right into the training now. There was a little bit about me in terms of what I've been up to in the background, and I guess through that I have learned so many different ways to become visible, to really truly step into my power and find my voice. And this is what I like to do with my clients, and I'd like to actually show you how you can do this too. Okay, so number one, so there's going to be 3 questions, remember. Number one is how to create massive impact by building an offer that truly resonates with your customers. Okay, I will go back to some of the questions. Yeah, so monetize the shows, that was one question. Yeah, so there are ways to monetize shows, Karen. So I mean, definitely you can. I mean, but I guess you probably wanna have a bit of an audience first, and you wanna package it up perhaps, so that you can offer different things to people. Like I had some PR done with them as well, and they actually also had an opportunity to be in my magazine. So there's different ways to cut the cake, but obviously it could be an income stream, absolutely. So yeah, a little digression, but let's get back. So you see your 7 days. So how do we set your 7 days to create your cash? So this is the cash acceleration. Day number 1. Okay, day number 1, we want to create that offer. So we need to have an offer. Okay, so day number 1, how do we create that offer? So first and foremost, we do have to do some research. All right, so let's have a look. Your task on day number 1 would be question yourself, how do I help? How do I help my tribe? Okay, so for me, it would be I help women who want to start and grow their business to 5 to 10K months, and to release their magic and to monetize their skill set and help them to build an online business fast without the overwhelm. All right. So then you want to think about what are the 3 deep pain points, right? So now I'm saying deep pain points because it's interesting. Sometimes we just kind of scratch the surface, and we might just say, well, their pain point is that they wanna get some leads for their business, for example. Okay, but that's not really that deep. I mean, what's behind getting some leads? Behind getting leads is like, when I get more sales. Behind more sales is want to make some more money. Behind making more money is they want to live a lifestyle, a certain lifestyle, maybe have an extra holiday with the children, or work less hours but make the same income as they would working in a corporate job or make even more money, right? So we got to really drill down rather than kind of explain or talk about the kind of like the features. I guess it's more like the features that what we would sell is like a feature. A feature would be I help you to get more leads, but obviously it's like I help you. It's even deeper pain point. I help you actually create a successful business so that every month, you know exactly how you're going to make a certain amount of money. Okay, so it's almost like, what are the pain points that your clients kind of keeps them up at night? What keeps them up at night? That's the level that we need here. Okay, and then you want to brainstorm the 3 most powerful outcomes that your service or your coaching maybe can provide to your clients. All right, makes sense? Good. Hi Stephanie, nice to see you too. So okay, I'm going to give you an example. So how do I help? Yeah, I help women to build their successful online business fast. Now you could argue successful is a bit fluffy, so it could be like help them build build up to 5 to 10K months, right? So that's a little bit better. Fast, I could also say, well, I do this within 90 days. You will see that we'll actually refine that statement a little bit more. Okay. What do they worry about? So my clients worry about making more money. They're stuck in their businesses. They want to be fulfilled. They want to work around family commitments. What are my powerful outcomes? It's a fully functioning online business in less than 90 days. It's all online assets in place, including website, landing pages, graphics, email marketing. And how is it being done? Because some women might say, oh my gosh, I'm not sure if it's achievable for me to do this in 90 days, right? Well, it's actually via a step-by-step and a safe environment, a safe journey in a very powerful and supportive community coupled with one-to-one transformation. Okay, and then I say, all right, step by step, we're going to strip back all the overwhelm. So it is absolutely durable in 90 days. So this is task number 1. I want to just give you a little bit of a mindset, a mantra in that sense that will help you, translate that a little bit. So I always believe we have to marry up strategy with energy. Although I'm not a mindset coach, but I do regularly work with women who actually bring the energetics into my program. So I think it's really, really important. So my impact mantra is, I owe it to my future clients to offer this incredible transformation or service. I need to show them how they can work with me. Absolutely. We need to share what we do. And how do we get the momentum? We need to actually let go of imposter syndrome and comparing ourselves. Very, very importantly. We also need to make sure we price ourselves according to our transformation. Our clients need to be, I guess, committed, like if you underprice yourself, then you're not doing any good to your clients nor to yourself. You want to make sure that when your clients invest in themselves, they will actually show up. If they just pay like, I don't know, $47 for like a 3 months transformational program, I'm not sure how much they would value that. If they're paying $3,000, it's like, hell yes, they're going to show up and they're going to do the work. So it's very important that that you review and you create that higher package that will allow yourself and also your clients to create that massive momentum and and that's those bigger transformations for them. Oh, I think kind of lost it here we go. So there is an example here. One of my clients, she's an empowerment coach, Miraf. And she said that, I really wanted to get my work rolling, be consistent and showing a strong need, but I was struggling to focus, to manage my time and to gain clarity. Then I met Sabine, and Sabine's determination, drive and positivity were contagious. The ideas started flying and a concrete daily plan was made in an instant. It was just what I needed. I needed to push, a plan, a fresh wind of positivity and a flow of ideas. I started following Sabina's plan, and shortly enough, I have attracted my first client. Yeah, so well done, Mirav. Honestly, she had to step outside of her comfort zone, and I told her about the 7 days to the cash acceleration, exactly what I'm teaching you today. And she did get client on day 1 already, which is absolutely amazing. So it does truly work. So day 2, so what would be day 2? So you need to boost your momentum so that you attract your ideal clients with ease. So firstly, the task will be to nail your core message. So absolutely, your core message need to be in place. And I said, we're going to take what you did on day 1 and we're going to actually enhance it. Okay. So you want to have a statement ready. Wherever you go, it's great to have anyway. If you go networking, or if you even have one-to-one conversations with people and they ask you, what do you do? Or if you go on and do a Facebook Live, you want to say, I help who? So I'll give you my example in a minute. So I help who? So who's your target market? To do what and in what time frame? Okay, so that they tangible benefit without pain point. So that's your kind of your framework that I want to use. So my example, my core message is I help dedicated women entrepreneurs build a profitable online business. So who is it? I'm helping women entrepreneurs, and they're dedicated, right? They're very ambitious. They are really taking themselves seriously, and they want to do serious business. They want to build what? A profitable online business. And in what time frame? In 90 days. So that tangible benefit, they can replace their full-time income without pain point, overwhelm, and detours. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Let me know in the chat. And your homework, of course, is to make this statement. And I'd love you to share it with me as well, if you can. Good. And here's Sarah, a love and relationship coach. She was actually struggling with getting the right clients. And she said something didn't click. And, when Sabina showed me the formula, everything seemed to fall in place. I was able to unlock my creative flow, and thereafter my signature program was born. When I opened the doors, I filled up 8 spaces without even advertising on Facebook. So it's just amazing what happens. And yeah, and it can be done all organically. Just need to step into the power, create that captivating message. And of course, the next step now will be actually to create that offer. Okay. Great, Stephanie. So let me know in the chat. Karen's here as well. Aisleen, hello. Let me know, ladies, what you do. Maybe you can create that little statement already, or you want to go and sit down, of course, and sort of think about that. But I think it's really, really important to have that statement ready, especially when you're doing Facebook Live. You can quite quickly say what you do, who you help, and how do you do that. Okay, so, and your little mantra for this section is, I take aligned action so that the right people will hear my message. I do so consistently and check what is working and do more of that. And you want to let go of not showing up consistently and not having a clear plan of action. Maybe if you are a person like me, I'm a project manager, I like some tracking sheets, and I want to make it, maybe you want to mark your calendar when you want to post and want to reach out, because that's going to be really, really important on days. It's going to be on days 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. We're going to start reaching out to people. Okay, so days 1 and 2 is literally preparing the ground, and then you're going to start, running from day 3. And you want to see what's working, what's not, and you may want to start tweak. Okay, so day 3. So once you've done that, it's about implementing. So it's your 7-day cash acceleration plan, right? So you can create that extra 1K fast. You might want to ask, well, how am I going to create the 1K? Well, if you have a $1,000 program, obviously you just need 1 client. So you got to think about it. What am I going to offer? If you're saying, oh my gosh, I haven't got no offer, then obviously you want to create you want to create a little offer that you can kind of run fast. So it could be just a coaching session or a breakthrough session. You might want to price that accordingly. So mine, for example, I do 90-minute business acceleration calls, and they're priced at $200 or $300. Okay, so let's think about this. So to make 1K at $300 would be 3 and a bit clients. Okay, if you price it at 200, it may be an hour of coaching, then it's 5 clients. Okay, so this is how you can make the 1K. Or it could be a 4-week program, so where you sell 4 sessions, for example, at $500. So you need 2 clients for that. There's many different ways you can cut this without having to prepare that much. I mean, honestly, I guess you're gifted. That's why you're here. You have a gift. You can give something, right? And there's no need to have a website, to do ads or anything like this. It can be really, really simple. You just need to be very clear on who you help, because obviously we now need to go and find these people. And then you need to know what your message is and how you can help them, So day one is really important, where you look at, what outcomes you can achieve for them, what their pain points are, and then you have your core message ready to actually reach out to them. Make sense? Good. Hi, Anne. Nice to see you too. If you have any questions, just leave them for me. There's still fireworks in the background because it's Diwali today, just in case. So now your quest, we need to become visible. Obviously, we can't be hiding. We've got all this amazing work done and we can't be hiding. So you now want to make a list of 3 hot topics in your niche, right? And remembering what were the pain points. If you don't know your pain points for our customers, doesn't matter. Go into those Facebook groups where they hang out, okay? Have a look. What kind of questions are they asking? Sometimes there are these forums like Net Moms, right? If you're working in the mom's niche, I mean, they could be asking any kind of thing, like what kind of nappies are you recommending for newborns, or whatever it may be, So of course they're also asking, how can I start a business, for example? Or of course, there are many different forums outside of Facebook, but obviously Facebook is a great place to start, because there are a number of groups that already talk about similar sort of subjects. So you just go into search and type in a couple of keywords, and then you'll see what comes up. Join those groups, have a look around. What are people continuously asking? And of course, it's always a great way to actually get involved, answer questions, be of service. People will start noticing you as well. But what we want to create is some epic live streams or posts. Now, if you've never done a live stream before, don't worry at all. Don't worry. I usually make a few notes, and then I kind of go live and I'm using my notes. So I don't really like to do live streams without some notes either. So for me, it also helps to stand up, so my energy is a little bit better. Right now I'm sitting down, I'm like, oh, I want to move, So try it out. Even if it's like a 1 or 2 minute live, at least you start to connect with people. And live streams are really, really powerful, because they see you in a video. Right now you see me on video, and you can kind of maybe gauge what kind of person I am. Yeah. So and of course posts as well. You can use the same sort of topics that you've used for the live stream to actually make some posts. Okay, so really, really important to have those ready. And one thing a lot of women don't do, they're actually shying away from making a call to action at the end of their Facebook lives or at a post. I don't say do it all the time, because obviously maybe a bit salesy, but you do want to let people know how they can work with you and what, how you can help them as well. And especially when you receive a lot of comments from people, then obviously you want to go and follow up with them. Okay. So for example, a couple of hot topics that I have brainstormed for my business. I could teach how to become more visible and self-confident on live streams. how to connect with more customers authentically, or why female entrepreneurs are scared to sell and ask for high fees. So these are just some of the hot topics that I found. So go and find your hot topics, and remember, you just want to serve your clients from your heart. So here is one of the ladies I've been working with, and she's actually created and launched her first program. And she said I just knew I wanted to I wanted to take my offline business and create an online course so I could be reaching more people, making more money in less time. And she had no idea how to create that digital program nor how she would sell and launch. So I helped her to develop the course structure and the delivery strategy, and also supported her with her first ever launch. And what will happen then is, in 4 weeks, we had 37 women showing up on a live webinar, and then 5 of those clients actually bought her high-end program, earning her multiple 5 figures. And that's Shola. She's an educational expert. Now, this is a bit more of a long-term strategy, and this is not about teaching in the 7 days. But obviously it is all possible to do this within like 4 or 5 weeks. But it was hard. It was hard work. I mean, it was a lot of work. So I'm not suggesting, you want to do that in that sense. But she had already created the webinar dates, and so she couldn't actually say, I'm not going to do it. So we had to really go through with it. So your impact: I serve with my highest intentions and magnetize my ideal clients with the perfect offer. And you want to let go of catering for everyone. Be concise and clear what you offer and what you do. You want to be working with those that are truly committed and who are, who can also achieve best results for, right? That's why I already said before, you want to only work with those women or people that you serve and you can achieve those results for. So fantastic. Karen, help professional women who come from childhood trauma to get out the overwhelm and give them confidence to go from powerless to powerful and take control of their lives in 8 weeks with one-to-one coaching sessions. Perfect. I love that. Yes, so you know who your target market is. You're going to get them out of overwhelm and childhood trauma, and you do this in 8 weeks. Fantastic. Hi, Noreen. Thanks for joining. This is crazy. I've got fireworks behind me. Can you hear the fireworks going off around me? It's amazing. Wow, what a night. So we want to now put it all together and create this huge impact and momentum in, the 1K in the 7 days, as I said. So there was a bit of preparation I told you about. So this is the whole picture. Let me just talk through this. So day 1, preparation, your quest 1. What was quest 1? Quest 1 was about brainstorming. How do you help? What your customers' pain points are, deep pain points, and then what your 3 powerful outcomes are. Okay, so that was quest 1. We just actually talked about this about 15 minutes ago. Day 2, you're looking at a quest 2. The quest 2 is then working on your statement, on your what do you do, with the formula I taught you about. I help who, do what, what was it like? Yeah, so I help, for example, I help female entrepreneurs to build their successful online businesses in 90 days. So in what time frame? Or so that they can, replace their current income. Okay, so that benefit in less than 90 days. So your time frame without pain point overwhelm. Okay, so if you've missed that, might want to just maybe look at the replay. You can also get my workbook, by the way. If you're here today live, I'll actually let you know at the end how you're going to get that. Yeah, the fireworks are awesome, aren't they? Yeah, I'm a bit like, why am I, it's like I've chosen the right evening, isn't it, to do? It's right outside my window. Wow. So I have a lot of Indian community living around me, so that's where they're celebrating their Diwali. Great. Day 3. So now you want to start doing stuff. Okay, so it's going to take a couple of days, and maybe not. I said one of my clients, she got like from the first couple of videos, because she is so awesomely nailed her message and, you know, her what she's going to offer, and she got a client on day one, right? So you want to start posting your videos. So quest 3 was about what are the hot topics that I could be speaking about. So you might want to do a Facebook Live, you want to do a post, and you want to share that perhaps, I don't know what social media platforms you're using, maybe 1 or 2 platforms. There's no need to actually have 10 platforms. I would just use Facebook, Instagram, and maybe if you're in LinkedIn, but use the same things, right? Use the same things, but make sure you have a call to action. Your call to action, maybe get in touch, comment, or what have you, right? And if people, you know, really resonate with what you had to say, then obviously these are the people that you may want to reach out to. That's why I'm saying, like, you could be posting on your timeline. So on the left hand side, you say Facebook group, business page, and on your timeline. And you might want to actually look at 3 targeted Facebook groups, so that where you're already, you know, women are already, or whoever we serve. For me, it's women, women entrepreneurs. I would go after women entrepreneurs, and I would just keep to those 3. But obviously, you need to make sure that you're not violating rules in Facebook groups, because they only have like maybe a day, a week where you can actually have a promo. So just post then your content without the call to action, okay? And a nice picture of you. I think it always gets me great reactions if I'm doing just something, I do a selfie. That's pretty good, actually, because you're really relatable. And you want to post every day, then from day 3 all the way to day 7. So it's going to be really, really focused. The last line there is their personal reach out. So this is where the magic comes in, and this is what's really, really helped me personally. I didn't go from 0 to 100 clients with Facebook ads or doing a webinar. I went to 100 clients because I have established personal relationships. They got to know me, I got to know them, and actually came from the TV show. Yeah, one of you ladies have asked me before, how do you monetize it? Actually, the TV show helped me get to know people. I was able to serve them first because I helped them to get visible. We had a great conversation about what they do, and we did a video interview. We went live together, and they started to know me and kind of, I guess, like me and trust me as well in terms of helping them in their business. So here is a great example. But obviously, you want to maybe reach out to people. Honestly, it doesn't need to be sleazy, and of course you don't want to be kind of spammy, where you just sort of send out the same messages to hundreds of people. I mean, Facebook will probably block you, but it could be people that have interacted with you either during those here in that week when you're doing your posts, from different groups, from your own timeline, from your business page, and just lovingly send them a message, say, hey, thanks very much for supporting me on my live stream. I hope it really helped. Would like to, you know, let you know about this upcoming program, or that I'm actually offering 5 spots for my whatever you're going to call it. I have 5 spots available. Would you be interested? Maybe you can hop on a call and get to know each other. So that's a good one. To sell something on a message, maybe a bit far-fetched. We've tried it actually to say, hey, you know, I've got 5 spots available at $97. Do you want to book now, kind of thing? Depends how, you know, how the relationship is with that person. If it's someone who's pretty new, obviously they're like a bit skeptical, maybe to actually go and pay straight away. If maybe, hey, shall we have a chat? That's a bit more friendly. Okay, so that's why I'm saying personal reach out. You want to maybe go back to 10 old people every single day. So over, was it 5 days here? You have 50 old contacts that you're going to reach out to, send them a personal, really nice personalized message. And then you want to reach out to 10 new people. So they may already be in your circle of friends, or they may be new people and you want to add them as a friend first and then message them. It's always great. Or people who send you friends request, I tend to accept them, and then I say, hey, you know, great to connect up. Thanks for your friend's request. What inspired you to reach out? And that usually opens up a really nice conversation, and they're like, oh yeah, what inspired me to reach out to you is, oh, I love your Facebook posts, or I love what you do. And then we just start, you know, talking and say, oh, what do you do? You know, oh, maybe we could hop on a call, and there's maybe some synergies, or do you think you may need some support? Or sometimes I say, hey, I've got this masterclass, like for example, this masterclass, I could send it to them and say, hey, you know, maybe it's going to help you, right? I really appreciate that. So there, and then over the 5 days, how powerful is that? You will have reached out to 100 people that may be potentially your clients. So out of the 100, you may want to get on a call with 10. Who knows, right? Out of the 10, maybe 5 are going to buy what you have to offer. And if your price point is at $200 or pounds, that's your 1K. Can you see how that works? Now, I'm not saying it's easy, right? You gotta step out of your comfort zone. You gotta be in a state of good energy, I would say, right? So don't be nervous, because it could be a bit nerve-wracking, because you got this in your mind saying, oh, I must do this, I must do that. No, I mean, detach yourself from the outcome. Just be there to serve. Okay. So there is, that says here, plus a daily dose of energy. That's what I'm saying. And that's what you need. Potentially you want to listen to some sort of meditation, but I've actually got the cash acceleration activation. So, which you can get, I'll tell you, you get the blueprint, and you'll get the cash acceleration activation, which is something that you want to listen to perhaps at the beginning of the day, just to really get into that mojo and to connect and to become really confident that, you know, what you do is really going to serve your clients on a really high level, you know, rather than being scared of making that sale, being scared of reaching out, and being scared of receiving objection. And I think this is quite the reason why, you know, a lot of people don't actually do stuff like this, like a 7-day focused sprint to make some cash. It's because they are like scared of putting themselves out there, scared of getting rejection, scared of being judged. But this is all about reminding yourself, you know, the transformation, the work that you do, the beautiful work that you do, and how you can help those people. Okay, so always remember that. Now, Veronica, she was a fashion consultant. She's a fashion consultant, still is. She says, when I started to work with Sabine, I was overwhelmed and confused. I wanted to start my own monthly paid membership, but wasn't sure about software, creating content for the program, and, you know, whether anyone actually wanted to buy. So I procrastinated. Sabina told me on day 1 that she would help me launch within weeks rather than waiting for months. It was so easy. A big weight was lifted when I realized the technology can be pieced together easily, that there was no need to create content up front. And when I opened the doors for the very first time, I had 11 women joining me on day 1. So beautiful. I mean, even Veronica was really, really stuck, and she thought she needed all these shiny things, these shiny objects for her business to be able to actually create that monthly membership. And we just did it within, like, I think, like a week or 2, and she thought she needed 3 months to prepare it, you know. So it's wonderful to be able to see, you know, it works. It totally works. You can really accelerate your business by just focusing on a few things that will really create that result, and no need to overcomplicate things. Okay. You're still with me. I love it, ladies. Share with me some other golden nuggets. Hopefully there's some other light bulb moments. Share with me whether you're going to do the 7 days. I would really, really love you to go and do it. You know, not just give it a try, just go and do it, because I know it works. I've done it myself too. So believe me, I actually, at one point, I should actually get the report. I have this acuity scheduling where people actually book calls with me. Every half an hour, someone actually had scheduled a call over 5 or 6 hours every day for the whole week. So how many calls did I have? I created like huge momentum in my business in a very short space of time. Of course, you can't do this for a longer period, but in order to really create that initial momentum, I think is a really great plan. So if you say now, well, I'd not just want to do like a 7-day plan, but I want to really long term do like digital programs, and I want to really leverage my reach, and I want to do this like properly and build a foundation. I want to continuously create 5 to 10K months in my business. Then obviously there is a way you can work with me as part of the Business Accelerator Mastermind. So if you allow me just to say a few more words around this, how it's going to work. If you're interested to come and join me, it's a 12-week immersive group program. So it's really tailored to a small group of women, because I really believe that, or let's say I don't believe that only watching videos and DIY is actually gonna long-term help someone. I mean, it really needs like accountability. It needs tweaking, and this is how I do. I talk to individual women, and we actually adjust what I teach to every business. More fireworks. So what are the nuts and bolts? So it's about long-term and a short-term roadmap. Of course, we need to know where we're going, where we're starting from, and then also look at a detailed strategy that's actually aligned to your personality. And this is why I said it's really important to me that it actually fits your personality. It's not a cookie cutter, framework and blueprint that I'm teaching. I don't believe in that. But obviously I have stuff that works in the market, worked for me, and this is what I want to teach. We're going to go very deep into, who is your ideal customer. So we will actually do those statements together. All the things I taught you earlier on in this in this masterclass, we'll actually do this together on a more detailed level. I'm very, very keen to help you build and launch your signature program. Even if it's your first one or it's your next, we're gonna do this together, because it's about creating some content. How do you want to structure it? What's your core message, and how are you going to deliver and produce that? And you want to potentially also use some hybrid of organic and automated lead generation. So we're going to start organically, like what I was teaching you with the 7-day cash accelerator. This is all organic. So that means we're not actually spending any money on Facebook ads. But obviously at some point when you grow, you want to maybe invest in some, extending your reach through Facebook. And it could be on very small budgets as well. So this is the best. You might think, oh my gosh, build all the tech you need. Well, there may not be a lot of tech you may need, but we're going to keep it super simple, and it's all possible. I tell you that because I only teach the most simple tools that are literally drag and drop things, and it's just the one software that has everything. And I'm personally using GetResponse, so I'm not using anything like ClickFunnels, but it's really, really easy to use. You can do your opt-in pages, your email autoresponders, everything, is included in the one software, and it's so super, it's not even expensive, right? So I would be looking over your shoulders. Of course, if you have already other software in place, I can help you with that as well. So absolutely no problem. But I think for me, the tech has always been the worst. I mean, I really, I can't fix my laptop. So if I can build some tech, then you can do this too. And of course I can help you look over your shoulder, but you may want to have a landing page. You may want to do some lead generation 24/7, and you may want to create some digital assets going forward. So we can do this, right? And it's about implementing a simple and sustainable visibility and launch strategy. Okay, so we're going to launch together and think about what do we need to put in place. Like one of my clients, Shola, as I mentioned before, we did the webinar. We had 37 women on there, and 5 bought. I mean, literally, it could be as simple as that. Honestly, the same with membership sites. If you want to build a monthly paid membership site, we can, set all that up without having to invest in any software. You just create a PayPal button. Again, I show all this stuff, and then how you're going to deliver it, live. Basically, you're going to record all this, and then long term you can build up your strategy, your digital assets, and then reuse that going forward. I'll even chuck in evergreen webinars. So if you're not familiar with that, so this, for example, this webinar, I do this once, I record it, and then people can always watch it on, and they have to opt in, and then they can choose what time they want to watch it. So that's called an evergreen webinar. Very, very powerful if you want to long term, build, again, lead generation 24/7. If you want to automate some of your sales processes, very, very powerful. And this is not a video course. Yeah, this is with real life group and private calls as well. So with me during about 90 days. And again, remember, even after the 90 days, you will be in my Greatness Club, because you may not be finished with the program. You will have a lifetime access to the program, of course. But obviously I'm saying in 90 days because I really want you to have an accountability partner. And I want you to, work alongside as much as possible in the time frame. Otherwise, if it's open end, you know how it is, right? If you don't set yourself a deadline, it's not going to happen, right? So yeah, hi Miraf, nice to see you as well. I just mentioned you before. You are a star because you are doing the Cash Accelerator, your 7 days, and you've had some great successes. So yeah, so this is how the Business Accelerator is put together. There are 9 steps. You'd have your foundation, the ground floor, the first floor, and the second floor. So basically, this is how it works. Firstly, we'll look at your foundation. Like obviously, we're gonna make sure you're aligned with regards to how much money do you want to make in your business, and from that we can then say, okay, what are your pricing strategies? What's your purpose? Because you know what? I started with my business and I was completely lost. I lost my purpose after about 6 months, and I was turning around circles. Nothing resonated with the customers and what I'm putting out there. So I really had to go backtrack, and I want to help you actually build that from the start to finish, like from the beginning, so you don't have to go around in circles and like what I did. Then it's about building your customer avatar. So really looking at your customer mojo, doing some research. So part of the module there will be about creating some questions that you're going to go and ask some of your customers, so you can actually really tailor what you're going to offer them. So you've got your unique offer in the first level. So you're going to, like, if you're building a house, obviously you've got to have strong foundation, then you're moving up into your unique offer. So we're creating that unique offer, whatever it may be. It may be something very quick and easy in the beginning. If you haven't got anything yet in place, then obviously you can think about some one-to-one services. If you're already doing one-to-one services and you want to move to more one-to-many, so you may want to do group programs or memberships or doing webinars and that kind of stuff. So we're going to be able to put that together. Then we're going to talk about selling with ease, because at some point you need to speak to your customers. And the fantastic thing is, although I have a blueprint or like a script, I actually don't like the sales scripts. I just want to get on a call with someone and be real. And the great thing is, every time I get on a call, I'd say almost 9 out of 10 women actually start working with me. It's just because I really listen to them, and and you know, I can adjust some of the offering and say, okay, like some of the women, they wanted to work more on LinkedIn. I'm like, okay, I have a LinkedIn module, I can put that into the program as well, because I've just been creating my massive LinkedIn success. I went from 700 to 8,200 connections in 4 months. So today it's about over 8,000 connections. Okay, and then how to monetize it. So there's many ways I can, you know, add value, which is not always possible in other programs because they're quite sort of stiff. This one's always moving, always adding new stuff. Whatever my members are saying, I'm going to go and either get an expert who can talk about it, or I will go research and put it together. And then, of course, we'll talk about technology, putting all the tech in place. However, you know, you want to create some automation in your business. If you want to have a giveaway, so it's a good way to create something that you want to give away to people. So we're going to review what is it that you want to give away, what would really attract your customers, how can we collect some email addresses, what do we do on social media, how can we create a sales page. There's lots and lots of different ways we can actually involve the technology and get technology into your business. One of the things I do teach as well is sales funnels. If you're familiar with that, it's literally a sequence of different offers that is automated. And I quite love that, because you can be very, very creative, and you can just have that sort of running in the background passively, and it makes you sales happens. You know, so there's lots of ways we can do this. And then the third level is boosting your visibility. And it is about going out there. It may be about how can you start your own TV show, like what I did. How do you want to maybe start a podcast? How do you do that? Maybe you want to be a guest speaker somewhere, or you want to get speaking engagements, right? So there's many ways you can get really visible. One of the ladies, guest expert I have, will actually talk about social media. How do you create content in social media? And then we want to fine tune, of course, and scale long term as well. So this is the Business Accelerator. I'm not going to talk in more detail about the different modules. You can actually find all of this information on my website. Okay, so we already talked about what's included, collaborative working sessions. We have a Slack group. Of course, it's all about accountability, all the tailored resources. You will have access to all of these modules forever. But obviously we have bi-weekly calls, live calls over the 3 months where we are together to really tailor the resources and make sure that you know how to actually implement that in your business. Okay, so you'll also get a bunch of amazing bonuses like the Greatness Club, already mentioned, lifetime access. It is a paid community, so it's huge value. You'll be there, you know, for wherever, however long it's going to be open, where you can always ask questions. I'll also have a fantastic branding and style bundle with a branding expert, which will be a huge masterclass to help you, you know, get congruent with your branding. If you already have a brand, we can review your brand. If you need some help and support, all of that will come in this live masterclass. And then we have a visibility bundle. So this is all about, you know, creating consistent magnetizing content for your social media, how to repurpose and create content, which also ranks high on Google and YouTube. So this is all about social media. And the last, and again, this is one of my favorite bundles, it's all about the mindset, energy, and body balance, because I believe we need to be, you know, like, we need to look at 360 degrees, not just how do we build a business and the strategy, but we need to be I guess we need to empower ourselves, and we need to look at everything around us, right? How is our relationship? How are we eating? How are we exercising? Do we need to declutter where we work? You know, how can we get the best out of what we do, right? So it's going to be a mix of live masterclasses to help you with all these different things. So yeah, one of my other masterminders, Chloe, she absolutely says that she has been guided, you know, towards a common goal with like-minded women, and she's created her first program, and she's really gotten lots of confidence from that. I think one of the biggest aspects of working in a group and being together and, you know, really sharing where we are and how, you know, sometimes we aren't, you know, it's not always going well. So we can actually share where we're stuck and where we are frustrated, and we can actually work on that together. So Chloe has been very, you know, has really increased her confidence. For her, it was the first business, and yeah, she's created her digital program, and she's about to launch as well. So we will have included in the mastermind 9 powerful modules, bi-weekly group coaching calls, intimately, right? It's just a handful. We have 2 collaborative working sessions where we'll actually build all the tech stuff. Honestly, I'm going to look over your shoulders. We have like extra working sessions for that. We have a Slack community. So Slack is like an online platform outside of Facebook where we can actually post questions, show the work, get some reviews. Like you can, you know, send me a link. Can you look at my page or my Facebook posts or my Facebook video? What do you think? What can we improve? And then obviously I have all these huge bonuses. So honestly, this total value of all the things I've put together is over £6,000. So what's your investment if you were to start today? The regular fee is $2,997, but we're gonna have an early bird, of course. It's gonna end in 48 hours. So today your investment would be $1,997 in full, or you can actually start with £500, which is absolutely no-brainer with everything you're gonna get, with all the support, the one-to-one support, the group support, the bonuses, the 9 modules. You know, you can really get started at £500 for the 4 payments today. Of course, I have a fast action bonus. If you are joining in the next 48 hours, you're also going to get a 45-minute deep dive setup call with me, right? So that's a one-to-one that is valued at about $397. If I do a deep dive coaching call like this, then I'll set up the whole strategy. I'll look at your business. What have you done already? What is a great strategy for you to move forward? Already before we get started with all the modules, you'll already have a fast start bonus, basically. And then I'll also give you my master class, how I created my own TV show, how I attracted over 300 women in 4 weeks. How you can do a TV show, or how you can start a podcast. And if you want to launch a book, obviously I've launched a book already, being bestseller. The second one's already in the pipeline. So I know a little bit about launching books as well, and the strategy around that. So you'll get that extra masterclass as well. So here is the website. It's businessaccelerator.great.com. Now there's 2 ways. If you are certain you want to work with me and you want to come into this beautiful container over the next 90 days or so, then you can pay straight away on the page when you scroll down. But if you say, oh, I'm not quite sure, I want to explore a little bit more and have a bit more of a conversation, then, you know, please book a call. There is also a button there. It says book a call. You can book in a slot into my diary. We can have a conversation. Absolutely. I'd love to take, you know, the opportunity to speak with you on a one-to-one, and want to make sure it's also right for you and right for me, because I just want to help the women that will be doing the work and that will be getting the transformation. And you might ask yourself, well, can I do this? I think you absolutely can with the guidance. Obviously, I can't do it for you. That wouldn't be fair for me to say I can't do it for you, but I can, you know, definitely guide you through the process. I can tell you how I did it. I can tell you exactly where I got stuck and how to overcome, and we can work through this together. Remember, even after the 90 days, you will still, you know, part of the Greatness Club, you still have access to me. You can still ask questions. You can still post things that you're doing. You will still have all the modules. You know, if you're thinking, oh my gosh, 90 days is I'm not sure, it's too short of a period to create all this. Obviously, you don't need to put a lot of technology into your business. If you say, I don't want to do that, absolutely. We can just pick and choose some of the things that we need to work on first and then move to the next. So are there any questions? Okay. Yeah, Stephanie, this program is very practical because I have to tell you, I was a bit fed up in other programs myself. They were very theoretical, and I just couldn't apply it to my own business. I was completely lost. And when there were coaching calls, but there were like hundreds of people on there, I was never able to actually share what I was doing or ask a question in relation to my own business, because it wasn't, not everything was applicable, honestly. So I really made it very, very practical, because I sat down, I thought, if I was to go through this again, and if I started my own business again, what would I like to have seen? What kind of support would I need? Absolutely, the tech really, really scared me. And now it doesn't scare me anymore because I cracked it, but it was painful for me to go through that, and I don't want other women to feel the same pain or are scared to do certain things, right? And I want to help everyone to actually make more than the money back during the program, and it's absolutely doable to do it. So now I've given you a 7-day cash accelerator blueprint, you know, because I really want you to go away and make the 1K, right? Even if it's like, this may be, you know, it may be a one-off, because obviously you want to put in place all of these things I just told you that we're going to put in place in the business in accelerator, because you want to create longer term assets. But obviously, if you want to make that 1K, go and do it. You know, I really encourage you. Any more questions? So I will be in touch. Yes, Stephanie, that's fine. Yes, make sure you're going to email me. I didn't tell you where you're going to get this blueprint, but email me on Sabine, my first name, at reachforgreatness.co.uk. Honestly, email me, and I'm going to send you this blueprint and the cash acceleration activation. It's kind of like a energetic meditation, okay? But you need to tell me, what did you learn from this masterclass today? So share 1 or 2 golden nuggets, and you must promise me you're going to do this 7 days, and then you tell me, you know, after 7 days how you did. I honestly, I'd really be interested, and I want this for you. Okay, so fantastic, ladies. I'm going to sign off. I'm going to go and watch the fireworks. It's going off again. What a night. What a night. I will see you soon. Come into my free group if you're not in there yet. It's called Reach for Greatness for the ambitious female entrepreneur. Otherwise, you know, have a look at the Business Accelerator, see whether that may be an option for you to really, really, you know, move yourself forward into 2020. Is going to be a big year, and I really want all of us to grow together and make this happen. Ladies, lots of love. I'll see you soon.